Hi guys, something many people in GB will have difficulty understanding regarding Northern Ireland, and this is not a criticism of people in Great Britain. Some of the stuff that comes out of that part of the north of Ireland is frankly weird, bordering on completely absurd, for example when it comes to the display of flags. Now you may remember a video I uploaded some time back where a DUP councillor was condemning a small park sign because it contained an Irish translation in a town with an Irish name. Well, the Democratic Unionist Party is angry once again. Here Sammy Wilson blew a gasket over the Moderate Alliance Party's plan to regulate flags and political paraphernalia around Northern Ireland. Now while Sammy tries to present himself as the reasonable one, what Alliance is pushing for is actually based on common sense.
Every July and August, this street is festooned with buntings and the flag of the country to celebrate the 12th of July celebrations. That will not be the case in the future if the Alliance Party has its way with the bill which it is proposing to bring to the Assembly to stop the flying of flags in public places such as Larne Main Street. The DUP, Assembly members and I as the DUP MP for East Antrim will vigorously oppose any such legislation.
Okay, so what is he on about here? So he's talking about flags being regulated. That's basically what he's talking about. He's complaining about that. Now, Sammy mentioned here the 12th of July. The 12th of July is part of the marching season, and it's called a season for a reason. It goes on for a long period of time. Now, what's the problem? The problem is that a significant amount of flags, bunting, banners, posters are put up on public property, for example, lampposts and telegraph poles, and they remain up there for a long period of time. It's not the case of they're put up on the 11th of July and they're removed on the 13th of July. No, a lot of this stuff remains for a long period of time, and due to weather conditions, some of it falls down onto the road, it gets run over by cars, and it creates a mess. So the Alliance Party's part of the proposal is to stop this sort of rubbish. That's what it is. It becomes rubbish at the end of the day. This is public spaces that need to be kept clean. So that's one aspect of the bill. Another is, of course, the types of flags that are being put up. We're not talking about the Union flag here. We're talking about, for example, paramilitary flags and posters. Now, Northern Ireland, and the Alliance Party is part of this as well, Northern Ireland wants to create an inclusive society. They want to create a place that's welcoming for all. Now, the DUP, of course, are against that. They see this as eroding the union or eroding their identity. No, this is not about banning people from flying flags. And once again, this is about public spaces. So you're free to fly whatever type of flag you want on your own private property. Members of the public, people living in these spaces, are paying their council tax or they're paying their taxes to maintain these places, to keep them clean. And Sammy Wilson and the DUP is saying, no, we want to be able to keep these rotten posters, in some cases literally rotten, up for as long as we want. And we don't want the Alliance Party or the council or the Northern Ireland Executive taking these things down, because they're part of our identity. Even if they're lying rotten on the street, they must remain there. The paramilitary paraphernalia and flags and banners, this is against the idea of creating an inclusive society. And this is not just about unionism. This is not about loyalism only. It's also Republican material. So this bill is about creating a framework. It's not about banning stuff. It's about creating a framework where people are free to commemorate or celebrate events, but it must be reasonable. And there must be a time limit on how long these things stay up. Like, why should the council have to spend money cleaning up all this mess when it could be taken down in a reasonable amount of time and save the council money at a time when Northern Ireland's finances are pretty tight? But don't touch the flags. That's the message coming from the DUP. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.